And welcome back to Dorm Room Radio Sports. Week 1 of the NFL season is almost upon us, so we're going to give our predictions for the games this coming week. Got some hype games coming up. I'm excited.
Good slate for week 1.
NFL is back.
Been waiting a long time for this.
It's been too long. It's been nice with college football, but we are on to the NFL.
Yep.
So we got our matchups here.
Back.
Do some predictions, and give our expert sports analysis on these.
That's right. All right. First game, opening game, Thursday. We have Ravens at the Chiefs, opening up with possibly the game of the week.
I mean, amazing. 2 quarterbacks going at it in Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. And NFL MVP and Super Bowl MVP.
Doesn't get much better than that.
No. I mean, great opening game. But the question is, do the Chiefs have the weapons to compete with the Ravens' weapons?
I mean, Rashid Rice never got that suspension, so he'll be out there.
Yeah.
You have Xavier Worthy now. Unfortunately, Hollywood's out week 1.
Hollywood is out.
But they do still have Kelsey, Pacheco, plenty of weapons out there, but I don't know if they compare to the Ravens' weapons.
Yeah, obviously Ravens now. They have a Derrick Henry.
Huge addition.
Option attack with Lamar and Derrick Henry. Amazing. You know,
unstoppable.
Lamar is a weapon in itself. Patrick Mahomes is a weapon in itself. I would say quarterbacks cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Defense on the other side of the ball.
2 solid defenses. That's one.
Yeah. I mean, Kyle Hamilton's still going to be kicking butt as a Raven. I mean,
they just signed that D tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Who else you got? I mean, on the Chiefs side, they lost L'Jarius Sneed, which is a big loss for them. But they still have Trent McDuffie, who's a really good corner in the league.
They had a good secondary last season. Unfortunately, losing Sneed is big. But I mean, I still think the Ravens edge it in the defense department. And offensive side of the ball, I would say, it's tough. But coming down to coaching,
again, two
amazing coaches. I love Andy Reid, but
Harbaugh's due.
Yeah, Harbaugh's due. And his bro's back in the league.
Yeah.
So he's going to be ready. He's on his A game. He
Got
can't
some comp now.
John can't let Jim beat out.
Nah.
All right. You want to go score predictions?
You want to go first?
Ooh, I feel like it's got to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah. Well, see, last year, what happened? The Chiefs played the Lions opening game, right? Same thing, Thursday night.
Yeah.
And they lost, didn't they?
Let me pull up the score. I think you're correct. But we'll, be good journalists and fact check.
Yep.
Yes, it was 24-23 Lions.
Close one. Ooh.
I think, look, I feel like it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I don't know who. I think Chiefs are getting it done.
All right.
I think Lamar. I think the Chiefs are the hurdle that he can't get past.
Yeah.
We've seen him do it in the playoffs. Ooh, but I'm going to say, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Am I thinking? Actually, I'm going to go close game, 24-21 Chiefs.
Ooh, okay, you're close to what I was doing.
Like, I think close game-winning field goal.
Yeah.
In the fourth, that's what ends the game. There's going to be a Lamar rushing touchdown in there. There's going to be Derrick Henry rushing touchdown.
Hey, place those bets.
And there's going to be a Travis Kelce touchdown. That's going to happen.
All right.
That's my predictions there.
I'm going to say 27-24 Ravens.
Okay.
I think Tucker's going to clutch up in the last few seconds, hit a game winner.
All right, so we're in the same ballpark here, just a little different.
Right.
Yours is slightly higher scoring. Yeah, because I was thinking about it. I was like, they're going to be high, but then it's like also it's first game of the season.
Right.
So
yeah, they're going to be a little rusty.
Yeah. And then no one's been really playing their starters in preseason that
Right.
much. It's all been
Yeah.
so. All right, I think those are some good predictions for good start-off game.
Yep.
Hopefully, it'll be a close game like we predict.
I can't wait.
Me too, bro. Thursday.
Almost here. All right, next up, first time ever, a Friday game in Brazil opening week.
Oh, we already know who's winning this one. Go Birds, baby!
All right, so we have the Packers and the Eagles facing off 8:15 on Friday night, September 6th. What do you think about this one?
Oh, well, taking any Eagles biases away, we're recording. You're good. Guest appearance, Connell, give a wave to our amazing sports journalism show.
Yep.
Hello. Sports.
All right, we're back on track. Birds, Packers. I mean, I don't want to say that, but the Eagles potentially have some of the best weapons in the NFL
No question about that one.
on both sides.
I hate to admit it, but I gotta admit it.
On both sides of the ball. Completely new coaching lineup with Kellen Moore coming in as an offensive coordinator. Vic Fangio there as a defensive coordinator. I mean, obviously there's problems with Sirianni and Hurts reports coming out last season that we saw, but I mean they still made it to a Super Bowl together. I don't think.
Still have that core.
Yeah.
I mean,
Losing Kelsey is big, but I think Jurgens should be able to step up, get in there under center, do well. Packers. I mean, Jordan Love,
stud.
dog.
Proved to us. Here.
Dog. Jordan Love, dog.
Waited his time. Learned from A-Rod. I mean, what better a teacher?
Yeah.
And then he proved it.
Let's see, I think their starting running back got hurt though, is out.
Don't they have Josh Jacobs now?
Oh, facts.
They
They do.
do.
Josh Jacobs. Yeah.
A.J. Dillon is out though.
Yeah, A.J. Dillon's
out
out.
for the year, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's a big
that's
loss.
a big loss. Although they do have the rookie Marshawn Lloyd. He's looked promising throughout training camp and preseason. I think he's going to have a pretty big role in that offense, bigger than some people might give him credit for.
See, the only problem is they have no receivers.
I like the receiving room. I feel like it's on. They don't have like a true one as their problem.
That's true.
But Wicks, he's a stud. I like Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs. They have a lot of good.
Christian Watson.
Hey,
Christian Watson would be there if you're picking a wide receiver one for them. It's Christian Watson.
maybe. I mean, you got to give it to him right now.
And
yeah.
if we're going off of wide receiver ones, I mean, we're comparing Christian Watson to AJ Brown. They're not
He
even
doesn't even rank
not
to
even
Devontae
the same.
Smith.
No. And now that the Eagles have Jahan Dotson, dude, that's the battle there. Jahan Dotson and Christian Watson. So that
Hot
is.
take, I think Jaden Reed or Wicks is going to take the one by the end of the year.
I think I agree. But it's right now Christian Watson is their
Yeah.
go-to guy. I mean, defensive side of the ball, the Birds secondary has improved a lot. Getting CJ, GJ back, it's good.
Hey, Cooper DeJean.
Hey, we got our new rookie, my white cornerback, Cooper DeJean. Reed Blankenship has made steps. Yeah, I think still got big play Slay. It's a good secondary now. Linebacker core is still a little iffy. I mean, we have Jeremiah Trotter's son that was drafted.
Yep.
Good. I don't think we'll be able to fit in right away. I mean, there's really D-line's still amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. Losing Fletcher Cox is big, but Brandon Graham's still there.
Yep.
We got that new edge from the Jets. He came in.
Oh, Bryce Huff.
Bryce Huff
He's a
came
stud.
in. Yes.
He's good.
Losing Hassan Reddick. It's
Yeah,
big,
you
but
see
Bryce.
the problem he's causing over there?
Oh yeah.
He requested a trade already. He hasn't played a game for you.
Howie Roseman cooked.
I trust Howie.
Howie Roseman cooked. So, score predictions. I'm gonna let you go first since.
All right. I'm going to say, shout out Jair. Pack is back. The roster, the Eagles no doubt have more talent, but I think 2 new coordinators, it's going to take some time to adjust. I think the Packers came off an incredibly good year last year. They're still going to be hot. I'm going to say Packers. The score is tough, though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a close one, but like high score, low score, you really don't know. I'm gonna finish with a 21-17 Packers.
All right. I think that's respectable, but you're wrong. You're definitely wrong.
Knew that was coming.
Packers are getting smoked.
Smoked,
All right,
huh? Not
smoked
gonna be
in
close?
Brazil. Not close. Give me a 31-7 Birds win.
31-7.
31. Gonna blow them out. They're not getting. Not defense is coming out. Cooper DeJean at CB1 is locking down any Packers receivers.
That's a hot take.
It's not a hot take.
They're not reaching double digits?
Nope. Nope.
Wow.
Jordan Love,
Yeah.
he's got paid. He's gonna have the jitters. He's gonna have a bad game this week. I do think he's gonna have a good season, but I think he's gonna struggle for a little bit. Young quarterback, just got a lot of money. Once
We've
those big,
seen it before.
once those big contracts hit, he rocks
We have
him a little
seen
bit.
it before.
So, and I have a feeling the Birds have been itching. I think Jalen Hurts has been itching to show who he is, and it's gonna happen. And the
People are really starting to underrate him.
yeah,
Like after last year when they made the Super Bowl, everyone was like, oh, this kid's better than Lamar. You know,
Mhm.
he's MVP potential, all of that. And coming off last year,
yeah, they're hating.
people are hating on him.
Which I don't think that was his fault. That was more of our offensive coordinator's fault and Sirianni's bad play calling.
I mean, that second half of the season, you can't really put it on
No.
any one person.
But I think it was major coaching issues.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm hoping. Why I'm predicting a low Packer score is I really think Vic Fangio's defense is going to come out
Yeah.
and just shut him down. I mean, we saw he's done it. He did it at Miami multiple years.
Yeah.
He is a Eagles fan. His family lives in Pennsylvania. He's going to have more just for the game now. And I really think if it's not a good season, he's getting that head coaching job.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, with all the players they have on that defense too, it should be pretty easy for him to.
yeah.
Make
This
that.
is why I'm being bold. Go Birds. All right, next game.
All right. Next up, the Sunday slate, 1:00 games. First up, we'll go with Panthers at Saints. Getting the more
Yeah.
boring ones out of the way first. Although no game is boring, you know.
No.
Football's back. I'll be trying to watch every single one.
It's just and this is good. We really, I mean, Panthers are the Panthers.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no.
They did make some improvements this year, but by no means a playoff contender.
No. I mean, let's see. Maybe Bryce Young can make some strides. I still have faith in him that he's a good
I think
quarterback.
I agree.
The Panthers are garbage, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, he was thrown to nobody
Yeah.
last year. Adam Thielen was his one.
And
He had no O-line. Yeah, bad situation overall.
Saints. I mean, Derek Carr's still starting out number one.
Yep.
Spencer Rattler was looking good in preseason, but
I would not be surprised to see him get reps later in the year.
They still, I mean, still have an okay core of guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Thomas is getting old.
Olave's a really.
Yes.
He's top 15 receiver
Yeah,
in the league. Top 10
I would agree.
maybe.
I would definitely agree.
We'll see. But I just hope he can stay healthy this year. Injury concerns.
Mhm. Well, because how many times was that man popped?
A lot of concussions.
A lot.
Hopefully that CTE doesn't hit.
Yeah. Well, score prediction.
I'm gonna let you hit it this time.
All right. I have a feeling this is gonna be a low scoring,
Yeah.
unfortunately, boring affair. I don't even think. I'm gonna stick it 14-10 Saints. I think it'll be close, but I don't think the Panthers will be able to put up much on offense. And honestly, I don't think the Saints will put up much on offense either. I really think probably a defensive scores will decide this game, maybe.
Yeah, I could say. I mean, the Saints have some names on defense. You
Mhm.
still have Marshawn Lattimore. You still have Demario Davis. You still is Honey Badger still there?
I think so.
No, let me.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't gone anywhere. Chiefs, Saints, I don't think so.
He is still. Yep, New Orleans
Yeah.
Saints.
Yeah. So that's a good defense.
Yeah,
Their
so-
secondary has always been what has carried them.
Right. Yeah. So for me, I was gonna say pretty close to the same thing. I'm going 17-10 Saints.
All right.
Yeah, not a ton of faith in either of these teams for this year, but week 1.
I'm excited to see maybe what Spencer Rattler has to do.
Yeah.
I like, you
Yeah.
know,
Hope he gets some reps.
really liked him when he was on, what was that show on Netflix when he was like young?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, when he was young. And then, I mean, we watched him struggle in college, and then South Carolina, he found his footing again. So,
Yep.
I'm big on Spencer Rattler. All right, next game.
Definitely have potential. All right, next up, Vikings Giants. Another
Yeah.
kind of rough one.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to see, JJ out there for the Vikings, but unfortunately,
Very
first,
unfortunate injury.
Bro's leg decided to snap in half. So
Yep.
it's okay. It's okay. They got
Sam Darnold.
And the Giants have Daniel Jones for another season. Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold lining up in a QB battle in 2024 is not something I expected to see.
Not what I had on that play.
But
You, how long do you think Danny's gonna last? Do you think he's gonna make it the whole season? Do
No.
you think Drew Lock's gonna come in?
I-
Maybe Danny, not Danny.
Tommy
DeVito.
No, I think Drew Lock is probably going to take over that starting spot halfway through the season. I mean, like Drew Lock. We like Drew Lock around here. Dog on Mizzou, but yeah, the Giants, they did add some good people in the draft. They have, but losing Saquon. Oh, that was back to the Birds. We didn't even talk about Saquon. Oh,
Man,
all right, just
too many weapons.
amazing. But yeah, I still think they'll struggle. I think the Vikings probably have more offensive weapons. We don't know. Malik Neighbors looks good. I mean,
Yeah.
everything I've seen from him in training camp, he's looked amazing.
Crazy. I thought he was gonna be really good, but he looks like
Yeah.
he's gonna be a superstar.
Yeah.
Quickly.
But we'll still have to see. It's rookie getting adjusted to the league, so we don't know how much of it.
He's also going up against the best receiver
Yes.
in the league, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
He had Joshua Dobbs thrown to him last year, and he still put up
Mhm.
numbers in a short amount of games. So
Which is Sam Darnold could throw 50-50 balls all day,
Yeah.
and Jay Jettas will go get him.
he can come down.
Yes.
So
What are you?
they
What
have
are you-
Aaron Jones in the backfield now
Mhm.
too. Score prediction. This is a tough one. I mean, it's in MetLife. Hopefully, no one. That field is cursed.
Yeah.
It's it's not cursed. It's just the turf.
It's the turf. I'm hoping all of our rookies
Yeah.
stay healthy.
Just hoping no injuries. That's the biggest wish for this game. But for that score prediction, I feel like the Vikings still can remain stable,
Mhm.
like they did last year. Even they made Josh Dobbs look
Dude,
like
that was
a quality player. So
He was on his insanity run.
Yeah,
Dobbs'
exactly.
sanity was real.
So, I'm going to have to stick with the Vikings this one, despite being the away team. A close call, though. This is a rematch of a playoff game,
Mhm.
2-3 years ago?
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds. I'm going to go 21-14. Pretty classic score. But,
I'm in agreement. I think Vikings get it done
yeah.
pretty easily. I'm going to go 24-10 Vikings. I
Alright.
don't see the Giants putting up much on offense with Danny Dimes still out of it now.
Right. Alright, next up. Patriots at the Bengals.
Sorry, buddy. I don't think it's looking good for your Pats this year.
No. Not at all.
I mean, we'll see what Drake May can do as quarterback.
Yep.
But I think Bengals, I have a feeling, are going to be another good team this year.
Yeah.
We go
What I don't see people talking about is that injury from Burrow last year,
Mhm.
though. I saw some medical experts saying how that lingers heavily. it's hard to grip a ball sometimes. So I am worried about that going into this year because Burrow is one of the most important players in the NFL when it comes to his value to his team. So, again, not a concern for week 1 necessarily. Early in the year, no injuries yet, but that is something to watch in my opinion going forward. But yeah, for week 1, I think this game is going to be quite a blowout.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be another offensive struggle year for the Pats.
Oh yeah,
I don't.
worst offensive line in the league.
Yes.
They didn't start May for that reason, I believe.
And I mean, receiving core, Kendrick Bourne's injured,
Yeah.
so I think that's gonna be tough. You got
Douglas.
Jalen Rager still.
He got released.
Oh, he got released. Yeah, he got. Never mind. You don't even have a Rager.
We have Polk, the rookie out of Washington, second rounder. We have Baker, Javon Baker, the rookie out of UCF. I think he's going to be good. He can go up and get the ball. So I think better receiving core than last year, but again, it is still bottom 5 in the league without question.
Yeah.
Bottom 3 in the league, if I'm being brutally honest. But it's not like they have a stud quarterback to help that out either,
No.
or no line to help out. So it's just a rebuild year for the Patriots. The Bengals, obviously, a Super Bowl hopeful year, but I don't think there's much to talk about with this
No.
one.
Score prediction. Here, I'll go first since it's your team.
Yeah.
I think it is gonna be a blowout. I'm gonna go 28-3 Bengals. I don't think you're scoring a touchdown.
You're generous. I was saying 35-6.
See, the only reason I was saying 28 is because I have a feeling they'll probably let off the gas a little bit, and the Patriots still do have an okay defense.
Yeah.
That's what
we let go of Juno, but Christian
Yeah.
Gonzalez, watch out for him this year, I believe.
Mhm.
Pro Bowler, he might make an All-Pro team. Was it Jonathan Jones, Marcus Jones? We have good cornerbacks.
Yeah, you have a good secondary.
Yeah, Duggar and Jabril Peppers holding down the safety spot. Yeah, secondary is incredible, but it's also the Bengals.
Yeah.
I mean, as good as these cornerbacks are, it's Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Yeah.
And I don't think we can keep up with them.
So I think brutally honest score from a sad Pats fan. Right here.
Yes.
Next game on the slate.
Next game. This is an interesting one. I'm actually excited for this game. Steelers at Falcons.
I'm excited. I want to see what Big Kirko can do in Atlanta.
Yep.
I'm excited to see if Russell Wilson still has some juice left in him for the Steelers. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting one. I don't know who would win that one. I feel like this is a good toss-up matchup.
Interconference game too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, on the Steelers side of the ball, I think they definitely would have loved to get Ayuk.
Yeah.
Because the receiving core is probably their weakest part of that team.
You got Pickens, but that's about it.
Outside of that,
Yeah.
you're right.
Steelers defense is still.
Oh yeah, T.J. Watt. Might have got snubbed Defensive Player of the Year last year, but I'm a big Myles Garrett supporter. I think he deserved it. But he could come on a revenge tour this year and earn that award. You still have Minka back there. Just an overall solid defense. Highsmith, another one.
I do still think they have one of the best coaches in the league.
Yep.
Had him for so long for a reason.
Yep. And does not finish below 500.
No, never has.
Never has.
And who knows? Maybe he never will. We never know.
We'll see.
If he keeps giving out them black Air Forces in the locker room, anything can happen for the Steelers.
Hey, if he did it with Kenny Pickett last year.
Hey. Falcon side, he never. I mean, Big Kirko will either. What time? Wait, what time is the game?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. It's good. We know Big Kirk don't like primetime games.
Nope.
1
I
o'clock
think
is his
that,
time.
I think that sways my score prediction for this one.
Rest of the Falcons, I mean, I really haven't paid attention much to what they've done this year. I feel like they should have added some more weapons in the draft instead of drafting a quarterback when you paid a quarterback a lot of money.
I love Penix, but
Yeah.
if you're signing Kirk,
Yeah.
yeah. I personally think the Falcons are underrated going into this year. I mean, you have a lot of young weapons on that offense. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan, all top
Yeah.
15 picks in the
I
draft.
mean, having Bijan, in my opinion, is a top 3 running back in the
Oh,
league.
yeah, absolutely.
The
So
problem
is-
is with Kyle Pitts is will they use him correctly?
Yeah.
Last year he was not utilized correctly, did not have a good year, and I don't think that was his fault at all.
No, Arthur Smith, I put the blame on 100%. Fired for a reason.
Yep.
I think Pitts still has the talent or the potential to
Mhm.
be like a new tight end generational talent in the league. He was drafted that high for a reason.
Yeah.
So,
Dog is Gator.
yeah. Oh, yeah. They have Mooney, too.
Yeah.
Done this offseason. I forgot about that one. And on the defensive side of the ball, they just signed Justin Simmons, and they just traded for Judon, so they beefed up on that side. I think it's a quality overall roster. We'll see how the coaching turns out. I think that's my one concern.
Yeah, because anything's an upgrade on Arthur Smith, in my opinion.
Yes.
Anything's an upgrade.
I think Raheem Morris
Yeah.
could be good.
Yeah. So you want to get into score predictions?
Yeah. I think the Falcons are the better team, and I think they'll finish the better team, but it's week 1. It's Raheem Morris's first game. It's Kirk's first game in Atlanta. And the Steelers, and Mike Tomlin doesn't play. He doesn't mess around. He gets the job done. So I'm going to stick with that. Can't be too high of a scoring game if the Steelers win.
Yeah, it's the Steelers are winning. Ooh, it's a defensive game.
Defense game for sure.
But you never know with Russell Wilson now as quarterback.
Yep.
He can do some things.
I'm going to say 2017 Steelers.
All right. See, I was looking at it now that I'm thinking, not hearing everything about their roster. I think the Falcons come out strong. I think maybe Big Kirko will struggle a little bit, but I have a feeling new coach. It's like, I know it doesn't happen as much in football, but definitely in other sports, that new coach, that new manager bounce is real.
I mean, look at the Texans last
Yeah.
year. That's a perfect example.
So I think that will happen to the Falcons, and I think the Steelers. I don't know, man. Russ is just. It's like I want Russ to succeed. I really
Yeah.
hope the Seahawks are still in there, but I mean he's getting past it. We don't know how he's going to fit in with the new system yet. Pickens is great, but also you never know what you're going to get with him either.
Love that guy.
Yeah. So I'm thinking a Falcons dub, and I think I'm going to do 21-10 Falcons.
All right.
I think
like that.
Steelers will do something. Maybe TJ Watt's getting that 7 points for them with the defensive score.
I can see it.
But yeah, I think Falcons will get it done.
So how long do you think Russ has it started before Fields comes in?
I think he's starting the whole season.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't see Justin Fields.
I'm a Fields supporter.
I know you're a Fields supporter.
All right. Next game. Still in the 1 o'clock slate. This could be the best game of the 1 o'clock slate. Texans at Colts.
I'm excited for this. I'm really excited to see what Anthony Richardson can do.
Me too.
Missed him last season, and I'm really excited to see what the Texans can do.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing season last year. C.J. Stroud's a dog. You got Diggs now. Is he going to be a positive or a negative?
In my opinion, I'm negative. I love the culture they had there. D'Amico, CJ, Tank Dell, Nico.
Mhm.
They had a really good culture, and I think Diggs is a pretty selfish player. He worries me. Me on those targets,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Diggs not getting his targets, things will blow up.
His mouth is gonna run.
Oh, yes, it is. I've been seeing a lot on the TikTok of those Vikings clips.
Yeah.
Who did you want to date your daughter? Diggs.
Diggs.
Diggs. So, Colts side of the ball, I mean, we don't know where we're getting with Anthony Richardson yet.
Yeah.
I remember watching him in preseason last year before he got injured.
I mean, even the regular season last year. Let me pull up some stats, but he had some good games, and he's that dual threat too.
Yeah, and they have a great running back
Yep.
if he's healthy.
I remember having him on my fantasy team last year, and I would get points nonstop, and then get injured after the first half the time. So it's like,
See, the thing is, if he can stay healthy, he's great, but
yeah,
if he can't, and
And-
their O-line is still great.
yeah, one that they've always had.
Mm-hmm.
Quentin Nelson,
Mhm.
especially. But did you hear Anthony Richardson this offseason, the weight he put on?
No.
He's 244 pounds now, 6'4". That's heavier than Big Ben was. And he can
And move, yeah.
Those dunking clips this offseason, like, this guy is an athletic freak. I think, extremely hot take, he's a dark horse MVP candidate.
Oh.
I'm very high on Richardson this year.
Oh.
And very least, if he stays healthy, comeback player of the year.
So do you think he'll have a breakout season? Because when I look at him now, camp comparisons.
Yeah.
Like,
Lot.
a lot of camp comparisons.
And did win an MVP though.
He did. He did. And he had the same build,
Yep.
same athleticism.
Oh yeah.
And he did it with another elite running back that you couldn't account for.
Right.
So you had to worry about Cam's legs. You had to worry about McCaffrey's legs. You had to do the same thing in Indy with Richardson.
Jonathan Taylor.
So it's going to be interesting. I do think. I don't think they're beating the Texans though.
At least not first game.
No.
Oh, Shane Steichen too.
Mhm.
Great coach. Great coach.
Still mad at him. As a Birds fan, I'm still mad at him. But he is a great coach. He's good.
I mean, to take that Colts team almost to the playoffs with
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. No, he's a great guy. I just really still mad that I think his head was gone when he was seeing himself as a Colts head coach when they were in Super Bowl. Training for Super Bowl. All right, but I'm not going to Birds talk. We're going to stay neutral.
Good work.
I think Texans get it done.
Yo.
Score predictions for.
I love the Colts. I think when they meet up again, they could steal one. But right now, I do still have to rock with the Texans. H-Town. Score prediction? I think this one's going to be up there.
I agree. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
What should we go with?
I'm gonna take the Texans and I'm gonna go 34-27 Texans. I think it's a high scoring game. Touchdown decides it.
I was about to say
34-7. All right, first look.
All right.
All righty. Next game.
All right. Cardinals at Bills.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I'm not insanely high on the Bills this year.
Me neither.
I feel like they lost a lot,
Yeah,
but they still have Josh Allen.
that's the most important part. I agree. I mean, past years I've been huge on the Bills.
Mhm.
I've been thinking they're going to go to the Super Bowl for years now, despite not being a Bills fan. Like you said, though, this year's different.
Yeah. I think it'll be probably a backslide year. I think Josh Allen will still have a great year, but I just don't think the team around him is good enough. Cardinals, I mean, they got Marvin Harrison Jr.,
So excited to see him.
Kyler Murray back and ready to play.
Another one people are underrated.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about him.
I still think Kyler's a great quarterback.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this one can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like last year, the Cardinals were pretty bad. That year. They had a little bit of the Josh Dobbs insanity run a little bit once he was bouncing around, but I think this year they'll be a lot better.
Yeah.
I still don't think they'll be anywhere near playoff contention. but I think they'll be better, and I think they'll give the Bills a run for their money. And I don't think a lot of people are expecting that.
I agree with that. Yeah, I think they'll cover the spread without a doubt. Winning a game is a little bit bigger of a
Mhm.
question, but I think Kyler DeMar is definitely going to be one of the top connections in the league this year.
And they're in Buffalo, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's another
Yeah.
factor.
so I think score predictions. 'Cause I think
I
Bills
would
are getting
say-
it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, well, I'm very interested to see how the receiving core shakes out in week one. Because, I mean, you have Khalil Shakir, you have Curtis Samuel, you have Keon Coleman with Kincaid at tight end, too. I don't know how those targets are going to pan out, but against the Cardinals, the secondary is still pretty weak. I think they can absolutely get it done this game. So I'm going to go with 30 to 21.
I like that. I think it'll be a little closer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 28-24 Bills.
Alright.
I think the Cardinals will be better than we think they are.
Yep.
Next game.
All right. Up next, Titans at the Bears. Another interesting one.
I really want to see what Caleb Williams can do as a regular season
Yeah.
quarterback.
He
Preseason
looks so promising in preseason.
looks so good, but can he beat our boy Will Levis?
Mayo man.
My Mayo quarterback, Will Levis. Yeah, I think he can.
Yeah.
I think it's actually pretty simple. I don't think the Titans are gonna be good this year.
No.
Yeah. Bears, a lot of young talent coming together, and Keenan Allen. And Keenan Allen.
Can't forget about Keenan.
So I think there'll probably be some mesh problems to start out with,
Yeah.
because a lot of young guys and a lot of new guys together.
A lot of weapons in that offense. A lot of targets to go around.
But I still think I'll still take care of the Titans.
Absolutely.
Score
Although
prediction.
the Titans do have Snead now.
I don't think it makes much of a difference.
No. And Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
They actually had a good offseason, but I just don't think. And a new head coach, too. I
Yeah.
forgot Vrabel got fired.
Vrabel's with the Browns now.
Yeah.
Racing our boy J-Bo.
J-Mo.
Oh.
Love to see it.
I think this is probably pretty cut and dry. It's just going to be how good will Caleb Williams look.
What would you... I'm interested. Predict his stat lines of this game.
Oof. All right. I think he's throwing at least 250 yards. A touchdown or two.
All right.
I think he's probably going to pick up a good amount on the ground too.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, like 40 yards.
Yeah.
Just some scrambles. Yeah, I think he's going to have a good game. Would probably between 250, 300 yards. I don't think he's going to light it up.
No.
But I think he's going to make some sensational throws.
Oh, yeah.
And completion percentage probably around like 60-65%.
Get those Mahomes comparisons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He looks a little Mahomey. Yeah. And I think it will be an easy Bears win.
Yeah. I'm going to say the Bears win 31-17. Maybe 20. 31-20. I'll give them 20.
Honestly, I like 31-17.
Alright.
I was thinking that. I was thinking Bears are going to put up some numbers on offense.
Yeah.
I mean, Odunze looks like a dog.
He looks good. DJ Moore
Yeah.
had a heck of a year last year.
When your receiving core is Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and then one of the best rookies in the draft.
And Swift out the backfield,
Yep.
receiving back.
I mean, as a Birds fan, Swift was amazing for us.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to continue that with the Bears. I think he'll probably cap a touchdown or two on.
Yeah.
So that's why I like that 31 to
Yeah.
come from. I think he'll probably grab one or two, and I think Caleb will throw for one or two.
I think I'm saying like 280 yards passing, 30 yards rushing for Caleb. 2 or 3 touchdowns and a pick, maybe.
Yep, I can see that. I think that's pretty accurate, and I think, fortunately, the Titans are going to have another struggling season.
Yeah.
I think they need to draft a quarterback soon. I don't think Levis is the guy.
I'd agree.
All right, next game.
Next game, Jaguars at Dolphins, a little Florida matchup.
Mhm.
Love to see that.
I don't think Jags got it though. I think it's going to be a long year.
Yep.
I still think Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback, but I don't know if he's necessarily the guy for them.
I agree, but that extension, it looks like they think he's going to be the guy for a while.
Yeah, but Dolphins. Ooh, McDaniels looks like he's been cooking. McDaniels looks like he's been in the lab and chefing up. He looks like a Miami boy. I think he's finally like, I'm the head coach.
Oh, yeah. He's been cooking something.
Their weapons on offense are just still amazing.
Yeah.
Tua, I can't really get a read on Tua. Unfortunately,
It's hard to tell.
he's got a lot of injuries on him, but his receiving core is amazing.
Yeah.
Their running back core is insane. If
Oh,
Achane
yeah.
can come back and start off the season like he started off last season.
Yep. You still have Mostert back there, too,
Mhm.
and that Jalen Wright kid out of
Yep.
Tennessee. They just
Dude,
unlimited running backs over there.
Yeah.
Share the wealth, huh?
yeah, they got the Legion of Zoom on offense right now.
Legion of Zoom, I like it.
Yeah, well, that's what the Jags had back in the day on defense.
Yeah.
Back in 2017 when Blake Bortles was their quarterback, those boys almost made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So you can never count them out.
That's true.
Except for today, I'm counting them out.
Yeah.
Dolphins are walking the floor of the Jags.
I'd agree.
I don't see anything really from Jacksonville. I think honestly they'll be probably a bottom 8 team in the league.
Yeah, I could see it. It's a harsh fall off for them, but I think it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Want to get into
We'll
school
see.
predictions?
we'll see. Yeah. I'll let you take the
All
first
right.
guess on this one.
I mean, we've seen Miami put up some scores,
They can put up numbers.
and I think they're going to do it again. I don't think this will be quite like a 70-point game like they did against the Broncos a season ago, but I think it might be in the 40s.
40 bone?
40 bomb.
40 bone.
I think the Dolphins like to run up scores, and I think they're going to do that, and I'm going to go. I think they'll also get scored on. I still think the Jags will put up points. I'm going to go 42-27 Dolphins.
It's a good prediction.
Comfortable game, offensive game. I think it'll be actually a pretty entertaining game, and I think anyone who has Dolphins players on their fantasy team will be really happy.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm sticking with the 27 for the Jags. I think that sounds pretty much accurate. But the Dolphins, I'm saying just short of the 40 bomb, 38.
All right.
So
I like that.
38 to 27. Dolphins take the win in Miami. We are on to the next. Broncos at Seahawks.
Ooh.
The Rust Bowl without Russ.
Rust Bowl, no Russ. Broncos country. Let's ride. I'm excited to see what Bo Nix can do as a quarterback.
Yep.
I think watching him play in preseason and training camp has really impressed me. I did not think he was the guy in college. I mean, with the Seahawks, we'll see. I mean, another year with a good receiving core again. I still think Tyler
yeah.
Lockett is great. Obviously,
Yeah.
DK's there.
I think Smith.
Gino.
Yeah.
I mean, Gino had his comeback, his career search has been awesome to watch,
I love it. Love Gino.
and I hope he keeps it up.
They wrote me off.
They wrote me off.
I'm right back though.
Yes, sir.
I think another one on the receiving core, JSN. I mean,
Oh
he's
yeah,
a
Jackson
first-round
Smith and
pick.
Jigba. Oh
I
yeah,
think he's gonna kind of break out this year.
he had a good season last year too.
He did.
He did. He really popped off. I was really surprised by
He's a
him.
smooth player.
Their receiving core is so good.
It is
They-
what I would give. Yeah, they lost a lot of people on defense.
Mhm.
Though. I mean, they lost both their safeties, Jamal Mohammed. I think it might take some adjusting. They lost Pete Carroll. I mean, how long has he been their head coach for? So,
It's first year. This is the first year without Pete Carroll.
yeah.
And for a while, it was like, okay, maybe he'll stick around the organization, but he decided he was gone.
He's off.
But some remember when they first said they were leaving, they'll be like, well, he'll just go to like some admit. No.
Right.
This is Pete Carroll.
New era of the
Yep.
Seahawks.
Pete Carroll is Hawks.
Yep.
So it's interesting to see. But I still think the Broncos aren't that good of a team. Like, I like Cortland Sutton.
Yep, but
I mean,
is there an extra receiver on it?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have Javonte Williams in the backfield coming off that injury still. He just hasn't looked the same.
Yeah. They still have an okay secondary.
Yeah.
Like, they got some good guys there.
Sertain, stud. Justin
But
Simmons was a big loss,
Yeah.
though.
that's what I was worried about. I was like, their secondaries, when they had Sertain and Simmons, great.
Yeah.
Great. I think that's what kind of kept them in games last couple
Right.
seasons. But I think the Seahawks get this one done quite.
I'd agree. I don't have a lot of faith in either team for this year. I don't think really either of them are going to be in the playoff hunt. But yeah, I'm probably going to stick Seahawks.
What do you think the score's going to be?
Somewhat middle of the road for scoring. Not too high, not too low. I'm going to say Seahawks win in a close one, 24-21.
I like that. I think it'll probably be a little low scoring, I'm going to say. Because I still think that Broncos secondary will give the Seahawks some trouble. I'm going to go... yeah, I think it will be maybe closer than we expect. Because that new coach, the Seahawks, they're going to mesh well. They have an amazing receiving core, but Geno, is he going to start off hot? I don't know. I'm going to go 17-14 Seahawks.
It's a good prediction. Because I forgot, too, the Seahawks have Tariq Woolen and Devon Witherspoon at corner still, so I know Sutton's not beating them, and I know whoever else they have isn't beating them.
So, and I don't think...
Man up, so...
I don't know if Bo Nix is going to be able to be throwing the ball
No.
to...
Right.
So, well, he's going to be throwing the ball, but throwing the ball
Right.
to Sutton?
Alright, so that was the first of the 4 o'clock games.
Okay.
4:05. Next up, we have the other 4:05 game, Raiders at Chargers.
Interesting game. First,
AFC West showdown.
yeah, first game back for Jim Harbaugh.
Yep.
The Raiders, I mean, I like the Raiders. I just think
Yeah.
unfortunately, they're in a quarterback problem right now.
Right. It's too bad because they have the pieces on
Mhm.
the other spots of the roster. I mean, obviously there's a lot of holes
Yeah.
still, but
I think their new coach did a great job. I think he is a Raiders coach,
oh yeah,
which is great.
he sets the tone in the locker room, the chemistry that you can tell.
And I think Harbaugh does that too, but it's definitely, we saw him struggle in the NFL before.
Yep.
I mean, you can't call it really struggling when he made it to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
he's not going to have the impact he did at Michigan right away.
No.
Obviously, they have an amazing quarterback. The problem is,
He doesn't fit their scheme.
yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm really interested to see what the Chargers will do. I kind of have no idea what the Chargers season will be like.
Yeah, not many people do. I mean,
I can't see them having a great season.
yeah, I just don't think they have enough weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, the wide receivers, Josh Palmer, Lad McConkey,
Mhm.
the rookie. He might end up being their one this year. You still have Quinton Johnson. We'll see about him.
I feel bad for Herbert.
Yeah.
I feel
Me
bad
too.
for Herbert.
I mean, even running the ball, you have that huge Harbaugh running scheme,
Mhm.
but who's going to be running it? J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards.
Yep.
It's the Ravens all over again.
I mean, they have a good O-line. They picked up Joe Alt.
Yep.
Dog.
Oh,
Dog.
he just seems Hall of Fame material already.
He seems like a Harbaugh guy.
He does.
But Raiders defensively, obviously, they have a pretty solid defense. I mean, we know what their D-line can do. Especially
Max Crosby's a scary man.
Max Crosby is a scary man, especially when he's in the AFC beating up on people. He'll come after you.
Oh yeah.
But is that enough to beat the Chargers?
It's tough.
I think this is going to be a close game.
I mean, the Chargers still have some people on defense too, which is another big
Mhm.
part of Harbaugh's team. I mean, you have Derwin James back there. Is
Hardison.
Khalil Mack still on the Chargers?
I think so.
You have what's next? Asante Samuel Jr. right at cornerback.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, I think I have to stick with the Chargers on this one. It's hard to go against Devontae Adams and
Mhm.
Max Crosby, but I feel more confident in the Chargers as a team.
Yeah.
What's your score prediction for this one?
I think I'm going to ride with the Raiders.
Really?
I'm riding with the Raiders.
All right.
I think it's going to be Aiden O'Connell under center to start off.
I thought they named Minshew the starter.
Oh, wait. Oh, they did name Minshew the starter. Yeah, then I'm back with the Raiders even more. I like me some Minshew mania. Yeah. I think, because I didn't know, we know Jimmy G's like their third string quarterback now.
Yeah.
But because O'Connell came in last year, but Minshew starting, I forgot they didn't name him. Man, he took that job pretty easily. He came in there and said, that's mine.
Yeah.
But with Devontae Adams, it's going to be good. No more hospital passes for Devontae Adams. No more Jimmy G throwing him into double coverage just getting smoked.
Did you see the wide receiver show on Netflix?
Yeah,
Jimmy
where-
G literally made Devontae Adams go crazy.
Yes. He said, I'm not getting out there if that man's throwing me the ball. And that's the reason Aiden O'Connell came in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Their defense is great. Crosby's insane.
They have Christian Wilkins on the D line too. I
Mhm.
forgot about that. That's a huge move for them.
I like the Raiders. I don't think they'll have an amazing season, but I think they'll beat the Chargers. I think it'll be a relatively close game. And I think it's going to be defensively dominated game, especially how Harbaugh plays football. So I'm going to go 18-14 Raiders.
14 Okay. 18-14. So somewhat low scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that could be a general theme of this game. I'm gonna stick. Yeah, it's gotta be somewhat low scoring. I mean, neither offense has too much power behind it. I'll go Chargers 20, Raiders 17.
On the
Close
next.
one, low scoring. On to the next. This one's an interesting game. Cowboys at Browns.
This is an interesting game.
I like it. First of the 425 games, by the way.
Go the Cowboys. I mean, CD just got
Derek.
paid, so they
Yeah.
got CD.
CD's a happy man. He'll be out
Um,
there. Dak and Micah still aren't paid. They'll be playing, but
Yeah, and they didn't add anybody in the offseason.
No.
They needed to. They did
added
nothing. They had
zero
Zeke.
additions.
They had
Yes.
Zeke. Zeke is back.
Oh, they had the Dalvin Cook too, but he's on the practice squad. So
Oh my God, the Cowboys. I
feed Zeke, man.
think it's going to be another mediocre year where they're almost there, but they can't get over the hump.
Yeah. If that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could see them falling back a little bit this year. What's his name?
Please fall
The
back.
cornerback, Deron Bland. He got hurt.
Yep,
didn't he?
Deron Bland's hurt.
So now you're back down to just Trevon Diggs, no
Yeah.
Gilly.
Yeah. Browns are an interesting one. Will Deshaun Watson come out and fire strong?
That is very interesting. He really hasn't looked the same since Houston.
Mm-hmm. No, you can always do. Put our boy J-Bo in the game.
J-Bo.
Jameis Winston, please step on the field. That would make
We'd
my
love
day.
to see J-Bo
I would
out there.
love to see that. I mean, their defense is still amazing too.
Oh,
Myles
yeah.
Garrett, he's a stud. He's gonna.
Denzel Ward.
Yeah.
They have a good cornerback room
Mhm.
too overall. I mean, who else do you have? They have Grant Delpit at safety. He's a stud. The linebacker. I'm really bad at pronouncing his name,
I know you're talking about that.
but
Yeah.
yep.
And they still got good weapons on offense. Unfortunately, Nick Chubb is injured.
Yep, he'll
Out
be
for
back this year.
Out for
though.
the first 4
Hopefully.
weeks.
Jermaine Ford has been a good replacement.
Yeah.
He looks like a solid running
Yeah.
back.
What do you think the score's going to be?
I feel pretty confident in the Browns in this one. A lot of these games have been toss-up for me. I feel confident in the Browns in this one.
Me too.
I'm gonna say 27-17.
I like that.
And the media is gonna go crazy over the Cowboys.
Yes. I can't wait. A little NFC East rival bias here for me, probably. But I'm definitely saying the Browns got it. I think it'll be close, actually. I think it'll be a Dak fumble, like a fumble in the end of the last drive. Not necessarily a physical fumble, but like I think game-winning drive going down the field in the fourth quarter. I think.
And Dak screws it up.
Yep. I don't think he's that guy in the clutch, and I think it will be 24-21 Browns.
Yeah. I like Dak. I was actually looking at it the other day. I didn't realize how good his stats were last year.
His stats are
He had
good.
numbers. Like 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 9 picks.
But when you watch him in clutch
yeah.
time situations, he's not that guy.
Right.
Dak is a good quarterback, but he's not the guy who's going to win you games when you need to go to him.
This has always been the conversation, right?
Mhm.
Too. It's a regular season QB.
Regular season QB. And it's not even like he's a Lamar regular season QB. He's just he's a Dak regular season QB. You know. Yeah, I think it'll heavily depend on how good Deshaun Watson plays, but I think the Browns defense is going to shut the Cowboys down.
Yeah. Especially, the rest of that Cowboys offense. I mean, Brandon Cooks is a good 2, but who's the 3? Jalen Tolbert?
Yeah.
I mean, you have Zeke and Rico Dowdle in the backfield, maybe some Deuce Vaughn, maybe some Dalvin Cook. It's just not the weapons you want to see if you're a Cowboys fan.
Next game.
Next game. Commanders, and shout out Tampa, the Bucks. We will be hosting week 1.
I think this is a pretty easy Bucks win.
I agree.
I don't think there's much to be said good about the Commanders. We can see what Jaden Daniels would do.
I'm interested in Jaden Daniels.
Me too.
Yeah, he looked really good during preseason.
But all you got offensively now is Terry McLaurin.
Losing Jahan hurt.
Yeah.
I understand he wasn't having a good training camp. He wasn't having a good preseason. But you've seen it from him before. You've
Mhm.
seen that
His rookie season was good.
Yeah, exactly.
I see all these Commanders fans, trade him to the Eagles. He wasn't going to be good anyway. Yeah, but now McLaurin's your only guy. You got really not a lot of other options for a young QB who needs options.
Right.
I still think their defense is not great.
No.
I just don't see the Commanders doing much of anything this season.
Yeah.
I think-
mean, they used to have a good defense too.
Yeah.
Montez Sweat and Chase Young,
Mhm.
De'Aaron Payne and Jonathan Allen. Like, that was possibly the best defensive line in the league.
Yep.
They're almost all gone now.
Yeah, everyone.
Sweat to the Bears, Young, Niners, and now where even is he now? He's in the Saints, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. But again, like you mentioned, concerns on offensive weapons outside of Terry is the big concern as of now.
And then Bucks, I don't think the Bucks are going to be having as good as a season that people are predicting them to have. I think Baker's going to slide a little bit. He performs really well when he first gets there, and then once he secures the job, he laxes out a little bit. Love Baker. Love Baker. But I just don't think the Bucks are going to be that good. I think they're definitely good enough to easily handle the Commanders.
Yep.
Mike Evans is going to have another 1,000-yard season, probably like 1,002, but he's going to get there.
Once he keeps his streak.
And Chris Godwin's going to still do something there too.
Yep.
They have an okay defense.
Yep.
I think they easily walk past the Commanders.
Yeah. So I have a little bit more faith in the Bucks for this season. I think Baker should keep on the path he was on last year. I think he likes Tampa. I think he likes the system of what he's in. The receiving core, I think, is one of the best in the league. For four-man sets, it might be the best in the league. I mean, you have Evans, you have Godwin, who's supposed to be in the slot a lot more this year, and if you remember back to his best years, he was a slot receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the rookie McMillan. He's looked amazing through preseason and training camp and all that. And then you have Trey Palmer, who was coming off quite the year last year. Solid year. You still have Rashad White in the backfield. I'm not quite as high on White as most people are.
I'm not either.
I think he's just a workhorse back. But they have Bucky Irving, the rookie out of Oregon now. I think he's definitely going to help their running attack. Graham Barton should add to that offensive line. But on the defensive side of the ball is where my worries come. Running attack, like stopping the run, no problems. But their secondary is in need of help, which against the Commanders is not a concern.
No, which is why,
So-
again, I think they'll easily walk past the
That
Commanders.
reason. Exactly. It'll be a blowout.
Want to give them the scores?
I'm going to say, man, I mean, this one could be pretty bad. Could be ugly. Not too bad, I guess. I'll go 32.
What do you think the Commanders are putting up? Or you think they're getting any scores?
This is a hard one.
I know their offense is bad.
32 to 20.
Okay.
Respectable. I think Jaden Daniels will have his moments. I think Terry's going to have his moments.
I
Luke
agree.
McCaffrey, CMC brother.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
Alright, I'm in agreement with you. I don't think the Bucks will score as much. I'm gonna go 27. I'm gonna say 27 to 14 Bucks.
It's a good prediction. All right. On to the Sunday night game. Sunday night football. We have. Ooh, I like this one. Rams at Lions. Stafford with another return game.
Excited to see what the Lions do this year. I think, honestly, outside of the Niners and the Eagles, the Lions are the best team in the NFC. I think those are their top three
Definitely up
teams,
there.
and I think they're going to be fighting out for that number one spot. Rams, not the Rams of a couple years ago. Still think Stafford's a great quarterback. Obviously, they have an amazing receiver core with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua.
Yep.
And they had that running back who kind of just came out of nowhere.
Oh, Kyron Williams.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a stud.
Yeah, he had a great season last year.
They have Blake Corum now, too.
Oh,
It's a good 1-2 punch.
Mm-hmm. Defensive side of the ball, I mean, they still got Jalen Ramsey.
He's in Miami now, isn't he?
Oh shit, I'm retarded. That was 2 years ago. No, then the defensive side of the ball, they still have a couple good cornerbacks though. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a good game.
I agree. I feel like the Rams are slightly underrated coming into this year. Stafford still got it. Cup and Puka if they stay
Mhm.
healthy,
I think their offense is so good.
but
The
defense.
the defense.
Yeah.
It's just
That's some worries. No Aaron Donald now either. That's
that's a huge loss. Aaron Donald has single-handedly been carrying that defense for years.
Yeah,
He was so good that he could disrupt the play like that.
it was. And I was gonna go Rams upset, but just thinking about no Aaron Donald,
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to stick with the Lions.
I agree. I think I'm sticking with the Lions. I think the Lions are having a good season. I like Jameer Gibbs. I like my boy Jared Goff. Jared Goff looks like a quarterback to
You
me.
rock with Jared Goff.
I rock with Jared Goff. St. Brown, been amazing. Certifies
yeah.
himself as a top 5 receiver
Hey.
in the league.
Jameson Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to be one of the best. And what I'm hearing out of training camp preseason this year is he had to grow up, and he did just that this offseason. So if he's legit, man, that offense gets even scarier.
Yeah.
still have Sam Laporta,
Mhm.
Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, Amonra,
Dude.
now J-Mo.
They're stacked. And I love Dan Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
Great coach. Yeah, I think this is a easy Lions one. You want to get into score predictions?
Sure. I won't go quite as easy because I do still feel like the Rams can keep up in a
Mhm.
shootout. I think this one's going to be very high scoring.
I agree.
Maybe I might be scoring a little too high. But I'm going to say 42
Okay.
42 to 34.
Okay. I'm a little bit more modest in the scoring department. I'm going to go 31 Lions, 21 Rams.
There you go.
I think we'll get a Puka touchdown.
Yep.
I think any fantasy people will be happy with him. I think Kyron Williams will be back too,
Yep.
but I just think the Lions are
You
too
care
good.
he's returning punts.
No.
That concerns me. I love McVay. He's a really good coach, but that move
Yeah,
concerned me a little bit. He's your starting running guy.
you need to keep him healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But I think that's a great Sunday night game.
I agree. That's a fun game. We gotta watch that.
Definitely. Monday Night Football. This will spark some conversation. Jets at Niners.
Hey man,
A-Rod is back.
A-Rod is back. If A-Rod can play more than 2 snaps, I think the Jets will have a good year. They have a good roster.
Very good roster.
One of the best running backs in the league with Brees Hall.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, defensive side of the ball, Hassan coming at causing problems, not wanting to play is pretty big.
If he plays, it's a good trade. If he doesn't,
Obviously, they still have Sauce in secondary,
Yeah.
so and they have some good receivers. And Aaron Rodgers he doesn't need receivers to be good. Aaron Rodgers will find the man to get the ball.
right.
So,
I mean, he made Alan Lazard look. Yeah, the Jets paid Alan Lazard like he was a
Yeah.
real threat. I'm pretty high on the Jets this year as well.
Mhm.
I think their defense, you have the Williams brothers, both Pro Bowlers, which is crazy. But more importantly, the offense, because we saw what the defense could do last
Yes.
year, and Saul is a defensive head coach as well. So that's a pretty safe bet.
Sal's gonna be looking for revenge.
He is.
Those Niners.
Yeah.
But on to the Niners. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like what you can be said has already been said a bajillion times. It's nice that they got to keep Ayuk. That's huge. I mean, weapons talk. They have any weapons anyone needs, and like
Yeah.
that
They're
receiving
wonderful.
core of Debo, Kittle, Ayuk, McCaffrey.
Juwan Jennings.
It's
he
ins-
almost won Super Bowl MVP.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And you got Purdy throwing the football, which I still think, I mean, he's a good quarterback, but I don't think he's a great quarterback. But in that Kyle Shanahan offense, he is a good quarterback. Kyle Shanahan needs you to throw over the middle, and Purdy can do that.
Yes.
And they have Ayuk back, who his best thing is doing is running over the middle. I think them keeping Ayuk is very important.
I'd agree. Contracts wise, you have, Purdy, Kittle, Debo, Fred Warner. A lot of them are coming up.
This
So
is
this is their year to make a run.
go big or go home.
Exactly.
Which they've been going big recently, and they just haven't
Yeah.
been able to get over that final hump that is Patrick
Exactly.
Mahomes.
Yeah. But as much as I love the Jets this year,
I think
I
Niners, yeah.
I think this will be a close one, though. I think Garrett Wilson is gonna. He's kind of broken out already, but he has an actual quarterback this year.
Yes, that's not.
So I think he could lead the league in some stats. I think he's gonna be that good this year. We've seen the potential.
What do you think the score's going to be?
They both have really good defenses, but I don't think either offense can be held under a certain amount of points. I'll go. This might be a little close for people's likings, but I'm going to go 24-21 Niners. If they did not re-sign Ayuk, if he wasn't playing, I would take the Jets in this game.
I like what you're thinking. I was thinking that. But I'm going to have to. I feel like their offensive weapons are too good that it's going to be a higher scoring game. I'm still doing a 3-point differential, though.
All right.
I'm going to do 31-28 Niners.
Okay.
I just think there's a little bit higher scoring.
Yeah.
And I think that's all our games, right?
That is all of them.
Yeah.
Full slate.
Full slate predictions week 1. NFL is back, baby. I'm Aiden. This is Cam.
Cam.
And this is the first inaugural episode of Dorm Room Sports Radio. See ya.